Friends, Romans, StarCraft fans, I bring you tale of a Canadian Protoss against the GSL finalist in what is a pretty solid series. It is from the round of 16 of EBT North America 126. But folks, before you get into the video, again, reminder, I upload one video in 4K every other day of the week and others as I find time. And also, I stream on Twitch every Monday, EPT North America, 7 p.m. Eastern. Tuesdays are for show matches on the Bayo Bash. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 7 p.m. Easterns with WTL at a more Western-friendly time. And then EPT Cup Korea on Saturdays as well. But folks, that's it for now. Enjoy the video. All right, folks, here we are spawning in the bottom left now in the red. His name, of course, you know him, you love him. He is TriGGeR. And the GSL finalist from last season for Team NV, he is TriGGeR. All right, we're gonna do a game. So as I was saying, yesterday, which was June 5th, which was my birthday, after the ESL raid, we cast WTL. We had a good time, just a casual cast. I wore an N95 mask on my head as a birthday hat because I didn't have anything else. And hey, Real Looker, thank you so much for the gifted sub to Bob DeSlayer as well. Thank you so much. But so I go and they say, hey, add me on Discord. We want to talk to you. I'm like, okay, well, I don't know what's this about. Like, are you gonna? The preview events were Wednesday through Friday. I figured, I don't know. And then they say, hey, if you want to, it's not going to be live. It's not going to be Q&A with everyone. But if you want to see the stuff that we showed everyone else on Wednesday through Friday, please go ahead. Please go ahead and do that. So I said, yeah, absolutely. We got in a call at 1 a.m. my time, 10 p.m. Frost Giants time. They showed me the video, all the stuff they had. It took about an hour because they trimmed it down a little bit. And then it was about half an hour, I think, for the total video stuff. And then I sat in a call with their director of communications for about 30 minutes and just asked questions about the game and specifically about the esports infrastructure that they're building. And I can't say anything specific because, I mean, that's just how this works. I'm under like a pseudo NDA. They asked, they didn't make me sign anything. But they did go and say, hey, don't talk about this until June 9th and June 12th. Which is the other event day. But folks, I am so specifically about their esports infrastructure idea, about how they're looking to approach things. As the probe is going to get caught here. Does TriGGeR get it? No, he does not kill it. But it's very low. First creator, he's got a proxy in this game, practice target on the left side. And, well, luckily enough for TriGGeR, he has gone for 2-gate expand, so he should have enough stalkers in time, at least enough stalkers ready. But just because he should doesn't mean he will. So stalkers are in the natural right now. Creator, what he's going to try to do is with these adepts, ideally, he's going to force a wall here where the stalkers are on the other side, which means really there will be nothing to defend the Oracle play. But barring that, at least to distract these stalkers from TriGGeR, that's just a probe. That's actually something that TriGGeR does. TriGGeR and Astrea both. They just like to keep the probe there to make sure that they see what's happening through the middle of the map. Okay, but here come the adepts here. We're going to see the wall go down. And absolutely, that is what you want. But the Oracle is not quite out yet. But of course, you start that pressure, and eventually, eventually it's going to happen the way you want. Hey, Real Looker, thank you so much for the 3rd gifted sub, I believe. Yeah, to X Riptide. Again, thank you so much. Yeah, 2-minute delays are super fun. It's sad, but it's the way it goes. Oracle, where are we? Oracle flying in right now, and the wall is kind of there, so there are no stalkers in the main. Again, we're gonna see the adepts go in, wall goes down, but Oracle in the main base, and this is exactly what creator's been looking for. Adepts, they find their way in the main base as well. Probe's gonna get pulled, but there's a force field here, and that just says you good luck. So stalkers are gonna try to kill off the adepts. They camp at 7 workers, 8 workers, make it 9, make it 8. They're gonna go down here. Adept now has to run out trying to find where the probes are. There's no probes in the natural, unfortunately, but 8 workers for 1 adept. Was that 2 adepts? That takes technically for 3 adepts, but you get 8 workers there. Oracle really taking minimal damage. That is the dream. PGK, were you not familiar of Gawain and the Green Knight? when you made your name Gawain in the Green Knight. Like I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like that is would be like guaranteed. There's a they even made a movie recently. Okay, so here comes some more adepts. Here's Creator. He's not committing to an army, to an army that's an army right now. He's committing to an army that allows him to kill his opponent, to kneecap him before he really gets to start to play the game in earnest. So Adepts looking to shade into the main base. 3 Stalkers here, but Adepts actually they're just going to find their way into the natural Oracles, diving on top as well. 2 more workers will fall. Oracles, they got to be careful. Some Stalkers will be able to get a little bit of damage, but still, orange Oracles are still useful Oracles. 1 will not go down. Good target fire there, or good defense. Really good defensive micro from a Creator. 4 more workers fall. Adepts now into the main base. 5 make it 5. 5 probes fall. Now that we got a little bit of a moment of time here, TriGGeR on the other side, maybe trying to punch back a little bit against the damage that he took. And with Blink, maybe there's an opportunity, but it's only 3 Stalkers. He's got 8 total, but only 3 right here, right now. And Blink is good. Blink is not better than just the supply disadvantage that TriGGeR has for the moment. But he's going to run across the map. We don't see any probe here, so he's not going to build a gateway and really try to put the end of the game, but he's going to try to trade as efficiently as he can for as long as he can. Maybe find some way to ideally get a couple workers, but certainly maybe pare down some Stalkers, force Creator to build more static defense that he would like, things of that nature. And behind this, third base is going to go down because he's got to be greedy. Oh, you're being serious? I mean, I think you're the only one that actually enjoys 2-minute delays with Relooker Dooker, but it's what we got to do. It's just how it's got to work. And corridor. One is that the like the central gate to Mordor? You know, the core door of Mordor? I know that's not true, but anyway, here comes the Stalkers of Creator. Blink is now done, so TriGGeR no longer has that advantage. He finds himself down, actually equal in Stalkers, but the 2 Oracles are what really make up that supply disadvantage. Creator has his third base on the way as well, but not quite as quick. TriGGeR, you're being sarcastic. Hey, Corridor, thanks for thank you not only for following me on Twitch, but following me on literally every other platform I have. You'll love to see it. I just noticed my phone starts buzzing because Corridor has followed on Twitch, sure, but also my YouTube and my Twitter, and I'm getting notifications for all of it. All right, but now again, Creator's getting to this point where TriGGeR's got to be. He does have to commit to this because Shield Battery Overcharge is going to keep these Stalkers alive, but he's actually got to use that on the. Wait, there should be, is there not range? You gotta heal this up. Okay, so he will now, maybe trying to bait Creator in at the last second, but it doesn't even matter that Shield Battery Overcharge is popped because it's down soon. It is a 4-Stalker lead. The Blink Micro from Creator is fantastic. TriGGeR just taking a little bit too much damage in the early game, so we're gonna see the Stalkers. They're gonna stay as long as they can, fanning out into a fantastic concave, and there's gonna be a dead third base for TriGGeR. So yes, he got it faster, but it does not matter because he's not allowed to mine. And that pylon that was there earlier for the Stargate, well, it's now being used to warp in Stalkers, and an occasional Zealot just to buffer for things. This concave, what's that the caster says? Absolutely beaten and convex. And that's going to work out pretty damn well for our Team NV Protoss. The GSL runner up here. TriGGeR's doing a great job of holding. He's doing a fantastic job of doing a lot with a little, but unfortunately, he still has a little at the end of the day. So it doesn't really matter that he's doing a lot with it, because his opponent is still able to do more because of the damage that Creator was able to find in the early game. He's still up 5 workers despite the quicker third base. He is up double the army supply of his opponent. This Blink Micro is fantastic, and a GG game 1, it goes to Creator. In the bottom right here, in the red, he's down 1. He's pretty damn good at this matchup. Let's see if something can happen here. He is TriGGeR. In the upper left, in the blue, he's up 1. The GSL runner-up, Creator. I have also never joined another group with another Beowulf in it. And in fact, if I Google Beowulf, I tend to not run into any. I tend to only find stuff about me. Okay. But now in the early game, once again, because I do want to talk about this, I think it's really exciting. And folks, you really should tune in June 9th on the Summer Games Fest and June 12th for the PC Gamer Show, where Frost Giant is going to be heavily featured there, at least somewhat featured. I got most of my questions were talking about esports, and I can't be specific. I'm gonna make a video. I'm gonna make a YouTube video about it, about my thoughts about things. Once we're actually, I'm probably gonna start filming that video now, and when the embargo lifts, I'm gonna post it. But the esports side of what they want to do very clearly has learned from every single mistake that Blizzard has made in all their esports, in Overwatch League and StarCraft 2 and everything else, and then the mistakes that a bunch of different esports have made. So like it is. They very clearly, they know what they're doing, and while there's heavy investment on Frost Giant, we can't say it's not a studio with the Activision, Blizzard, Microsoft money behind it. So they know what not only have they given a lot of thought into how they want to do it, they've given a lot of thought to how they do it with how they generate resources to sustain and grow the esports scene, which is really exciting to me. It's not just the expectation that that esports will be good. Instead, they are thinking a lot on how they're going to grow it, how they're going to grassroots it, and that is really, really cool. But now TriGGeR's found 2 adepts in the main base here, and yeah, Creator's got a proxy building 3 stars at a time. It's a 3-gate, but you kind of need probes to defend that one. So anything that TriGGeR's going to be able to get right here is going to be fantastic, so long as he's going to be able to sniff out what his opponent is going for. So 5 workers go down. It should be 6, maybe a 7th. No, just 6. 6 workers fall. And as long as TriGGeR's aware of what's happening, and he is, we see shield battery on the high ground, 3rd gate getting added in pretty damn soon. Warp gate finished up pretty quickly as well. Yeah, okay, that's important. He's going to add a 2nd pylon here, so the exposed pylon doesn't get depowered. He should be fine. He's up 6 workers. His probe finds where the stalkers are. You never joined my Discord, PGK. That is unacceptable. Join it right now. In fact, TriGGeR's just going for a 4-gate, so he says, yeah, I got better economy, so I cannot produce you. Right now, it's 3-gate to 3-gate. He's going to be pretty evenly in stock. 6 stalkers to 7, but with a high ground with shield battery, that is more than enough. And he's going for blink. So TriGGeR responding to this 3-gate with 2 adepts into the natural that just gets so much done, and then 4-gate blink. And he says, not only, I'm not going to give you time to build your way back into this game here, Creator. Absolutely not. No, I'm going to run across the map with my superior economy. And I do want to see TriGGeR. I think it is important to kill this base, or kill this gate. But maybe he disagrees. He says, no, I'm going to find you on the map right now. Oh, blink is done 3. These are 3 dead stalkers right now, Creator. You don't understand the danger that you're in, but TriGGeR opting not to show it just yet. He's going to run for it. Now he blinks in. 1 stalker will go down. He's going to run on the high ground. There's nothing, no sentry to keep him alive. So he does lose a stalker, though. But okay, now we see a robo getting added. I thought this was going to be a probe for at least a pylon, but that's not really the case. So he's going to find his way up here, trying to knock as much as he can down. And of course, blink versus no blink is just a wonderful scenario. In fact, at this point, what are our stalker counts at? It's 9 to 7. Before the shield battery completed, I really would have liked to see TriGGeR just go and blink on top. But TriGGeR's got a natural on the way, maybe understanding that he's not going to be able to break it just yet. Robo as well, most likely for a Warp Prism, and 2, well, we're going to have to see where else, Immortals maybe. But I am curious to see just how committed TriGGeR's going to be, because if he runs across the map, just drops the pylon. Not even a gateway, but just drops the pylon, he would have been up 2 gates in production, he would have had blink, his opponent did not. And I got to imagine that would be enough to just end him before the shield battery is completed. But it's always one of those things where you commit your blink and then probes get pulled and maybe there's shield batteries that you don't see. And suddenly life gets a lot more complicated for our Canadian Protoss. So you say, okay, I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just going to build leads for myself. Now here come the stalkers of Creator. A nice blink backwards right now. Knocking down stalker of TriGGeR. TriGGeR now blinking forward, trying to get the low one. And Creator saying, yeah, TriGGeR, you're expanding. That's cool, fine. No, I'm not going to allow that. I'm going to go aggressive here. But it's 3 gates to 4. TriGGeR has a robo. Do we have an observer? We do. In the... Where is it? Okay, right outside the main base. So these DTs that Creator's going for, he saw... I'm assuming he saw how TriGGeR lost in DreamHack, or at least he's got maybe some idea. That's not going to do much of anything, and you add the Immortals as well. I don't know how this is supposed to kill Creator. Like, I understand the idea. DTs into a Twilight build is often really nice, but in this game where there is an observer, yeah, it's not really going to get all that much done. We're going to see a Zealot fall. An Immortal is done, by the way, so it's going to find its way on the low ground. TriGGeR up, not too significantly in army supply just yet, but here comes the Stalkers going forward. They're going to blink on top of things, trying to get the shield battery and just do what they can, but the Immortal firing so strong on the backside. TriGGeR has defensive blinks. That's not something that Creator has. And folks, the Canadian Protoss does it. We're moving to game 3. In the bottom right here, in the red, he's tied up in the series now, holding off the pressure of the Korean Protoss with just tremendous skill. He is TriGGeR. In the bottom left, again, the GSL finalist. He looks so damn good right now. We're gonna have to see what he has here. He is Creator. Excellent. My friend just sent me a Snapchat of a cat. Love it. It's kind of funny when we look at Creator, because one would think that the GSL finalist, one of the first Protoss GSL finals we've had in a little bit. I think Trap hit 1 GSL finals last year. I forget. Anyway, Creator goes. He has that insane run. He makes the finals, and it's like, oh wow, he's got to be the best Protoss in Korea. But even when he was in the GSL finals, there was I had a thought in the back of my mind. Like I wasn't sure that I considered him the best Protoss in Korea. I felt like Hero was still playing better. He just hadn't solved his meta yet. Not solved the meta, because that's never possible, but he hadn't quite figured out who he wanted to be in the new meta. He was getting there. He was getting damn close, and he hit top 6, I think, top 10, top 6. Forget whether he made it to the bracket round. But now we're starting to see him just absolutely dominate. There's both players opting into Stargate play, because that's just how this map works. And this is actually something where I think I favor TriGGeR in this setup. Simply, well, okay, we're gonna see some memes here, of course. Yes, let me block your next eye for both. But if we're gonna opt into Phoenix play, it's not just gonna be one player going for a single Oracle into ground. If this is gonna opt into Phoenix play, but I was talking to Disc about, okay, how's your prep versus Estrella? He pretty much directly said, I like Estrella much more. I like playing against Estrella much more than TriGGeR, because Estrella doesn't like fast expand Phoenix beams. Constant A mover. Why do you need both bracket and B? They're both going to give you the same thing. Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna if someone else has it, like if Roddy gets it, I mean, I'm not going to fight with Roddy. But if it's open, we're absolutely going to try to go for it. Okay, TriGGeR's got a pylon on the other side. He's not going to do the thing where you run a probe in and you drop a bunch of shield batteries and put aggression down. But TriGGeR, he's actually in a wonderful position here. I mean, yeah, he's supply block because he lost that pylon, and actually, he's supply blocked for a long... It's going to take his Nexus completing for him to be unsupply blocked. But by going here, by going for Phoenix play, what this means is this Oracle is not going to get much done. That being said, Oracle, where is it? Oh, he canceled it. Okay. Okay. Oracle was canceled. I guess Creator saw... I mean, he saw the Stargate go down, but I guess he saw that it was Phoenix being made... So he says, yeah, I'm not going to spend the money. My Stargate is a fake. Actually, it's just not going to do anything whatsoever. And behind that, quick Twilight, quick blink. So we're going to have to see how long it's going to take for TriGGeR to figure out exactly what's happening. Here's Zealot. Just is going to be able to run in. He's going to say, okay, you're not building anything. It's not Phoenix play. And into the main base, the Zealot's going to go. No. Oh, TriGGeR does see the Twilight. Okay. So he will know what exactly his opponent is going for in this game. As Phoenix now realized, okay, we got it. We don't have to sit at home. We don't have to worry about Phoenix ambushing us. We can run onto the other side. We can start to find value. But also, TriGGeR is going to realize that he can't really go mass Phoenix in this game. He will have to transition. Gone are the days of one player actually going what is truly mass Phoenix and one player going ground and having this asymmetric style. It just doesn't really work all that well anymore. We're going to see some probes start to fall. Shield battery recharge does get popped, and in the natural, there's no shield battery trigger. A little bit more damage potential there, but of course with Stalkers here, you got to be careful. The shields are done on the Phoenix. They're just going to fly out. One worker in the ground. But of course, behind this, TriGGeR's got his blink not that much further behind Crater, to be totally honest. He's adding in a couple additional gateways, but we will start to see that gas delay, really the tech delay from Crater is in the fact that, or from TriGGeR is the fact that his forge is going to be tremendously delayed. So it will be +1 blink for quite a while for Crater versus really no upgrades for TriGGeR, which is actually not the end of the world when we're specifically talking about Blackburn. Which sounds crazy, but hear me out. There's a style that we see Protoss players play specifically on Blackburn because of how well you can turtle it out, where they just don't get upgrades. This is something that Nina does on occasion, because they understand that Stalkers are a zoning force, and the true might of the Blink Stalker army is not the Stalkers, it's the Disruptors. So you go and you blink on top, and your Stalkers they're there to make space. They're there to prevent your opponent's Stalkers from getting on your Blink Stock on your Disruptors, and you just go heavier in the Disruptor count. As that is, it looks like it is going to be. I could have sworn I saw a Robo go down from TriGGeR, but that's not really the case. So first Robo goes down from, or it gets dropped from TriGGeR's. You got a Forge as well, and looks like it's gonna be 30-second window, 40-second window, and also Mind Spirit. Thank you so much for the follow. Glad you're here. This is, of course, the round of 8, the round of 16. Whenever the series goes on to face, I forget. But okay, Stalkers into the third base here of Crater, trying to find some value, and again, force multipliers are a thing, so sentries get lifted up. One force field goes down, but Guardian Shield's the big prize, so we're just going to lift a bunch of Stalkers on the way out. TriGGeR blinks in, trying to find value before +1 is done, but he has to be careful because eventually the Stalkers of Crater will return, so TriGGeR blinks out. He's going to lose a worker, but oh no, he's sitting on the, or he's going to lose a Stalker, but he's sitting on the edge of things. Now Stalkers blink in. Crater, TriGGeR actually says he wants to turn around, so he's going to make something happen. At the end of the day, we don't have that. At the end of the day, it feels like that engagement did favor Crater in a significant way. Trapdoor Spider, welcome. That is a fantastic name. Are you from Straya? And I acknowledge there's a horrible Australian accent, but actually, you talk about trapdoor spiders. My favorite one is one that's in South America, and due to microevolution, they pretty much have evolved the shape of the face of a Spanish doubloon on their trapdoor. And I forget exactly why that was. I think it was because they used that as a trapdoor for a while, and they would just press up against it or something. Anyway, no, it was like the balloons were all on the ground, so they just kind of evolved because of good camouflage. Something like that. I don't really remember why, but due to the conquistadors, spiders in South, there's a species of trapdoor, or subspecies of trapdoor spider in South America that their butt looks like Spanish doubloons from the 1400s. Or 1500s, excuse me. But anyway, TriGGeR once again going for an attack here. Charge just about done. He does not have the upgrades that he's looking for, but he is up significant. He's 8 gateways to 3. Crater's adding his additional 8 gateways right now, but they're not there just yet. TriGGeR on a 15 army supply lead. Zealots find themselves on their way in. We're gonna see one Immortal get targeted down pretty damn quickly, but now Stalkers moving their way onto the second. The army supply for TriGGeR not really where it needs to be. Shield battery overcharge doing a fantastic job, and here comes the Warp Prism. TriGGeR's got to back up. This is not gonna work, but more Zealots. More Zealots are on the way. +1 is going to be done in a second, and already an Immortal has fallen. So, shield battery overcharge done as well. We're going to see the Stalkers look to run in, just knock down really whatever they can. They're going to try to get the Warp Prism and the Immortal quick as you please, but this Archon here is just too defensively. Could do too good defensively. TriGGeR will not break Crater in this fight. But because TriGGeR attacked into the third and did not decide to aggress onto the fourth, now Crater has this gold, and Crater is a base up. TriGGeR has to go find time to make his own 4th base, and the Stalkers blink forward. They're going to kill off a decent amount of probes here. Make it 5, make it 6. Now as the Stalkers blink over, TriGGeR should be able to avoid this. In fact, he's doing a really good job of playing around with the high ground, low ground, so we can do something. And now TriGGeR adds a bunch of Stalkers here. So when the Stalkers blink in, oh, the trap is sprung. That is not what you want to do, my friend Crater. Nice idea, but TriGGeR was one step ahead of him, but there we go. War Prism finds its way on in. We'll be able to save some of those stalkers, but now Zealots joining the fray once again. +2 on the way for TriGGeR, but it is a while out. And of course, Creator, he's done in 10 seconds, but that is a free Immortal. Should TriGGeR look to jump on top of it, but he's going to be a little bit slow on the uptake there. So the Immortal will stay alive. Have fun lurking there, Corn Muscles. Okay, so now Creator knocks down the rocks that we're making it so hard for him to rotate properly and deal with the aggression of TriGGeR. Now TriGGeR does have his base on the way. Okay, he does have his 4th base on the way. He does have +2. But he's just playing this game where he is tech behind. He does not have a Twilight, so he's not building high Temple. Oh no, no, he does have a Temple Archon. So he's building Archons, but he just doesn't have nearly as many Archons. He's down a base. His opponent's mining a gold, so that is a significant economic advantage now that Creator can mine from it appropriately. And the supply is really not favoring TriGGeR either. He committed really hard to that attack that just did not work for him, and now he's going to try to find some way to defend this 4th base, but the better play is just to go take it somewhere else, because you cannot take this fight here. Too many Zealots with a superior upgrade. So Immortals, they get jumped upon. It is 5 Archons to 1, make it 2, but even still, that's not a lot. Stalkers playing on top of the Archons. They're just going to kill him down, knock him down pretty quickly. More Zealots warp, and the fight is just, it's dying. TriGGeR, he fought well, he fought hard, but at the end of the day, Creator holds on too well. And it is Creator that has his date in the next round.